has in itself. And we also discussed about who were the important people who were responsible for bringing about this constitution in India, and what importance does this date of 26 January holds uh, in the history of India, which is celebrated as the Republic Day on 26 January. Then we studied a little about the significance or the importance of preamble, and what does the preamble state, and why preamble holds a very important uh, importance in the while drafting the constitution, which states that we the people of India. And I explained you about what was the exact meaning of the word which states about we the people of India. Now today, in precise or more details, we are going to study about the preamble, what exactly the preamble states. Now, I had explained you already earlier that preamble is nothing but it is the opening statement of the constitution. Now, this opening statement means what? It states the preface or the general details about what exactly the constitution holds, and which also starts with a saying that we the people of India, that indicates that the constitution that is constructed or drafted or made was done by Indians, and it was not taken or it was not made or drafted by any foreigners who were there earlier ruling our country, that is during the British rule. And those laws that were prevailing during the earlier times by the British rule were all nullified, and a new book or a new set of rules and regulations were made, which was known as the Constitution of India. Now, this preamble also has an important thing which indicates certain descriptive details about what our country is defined to be as, and it states as to what exactly the country holds, or what exactly the country states or the maker of this constitution states. Now it is said that our country is defined to be a country which is a democratic form of country, secular, sovereign, believing in fraternity, equality, and secularism. Now, what does this all mean? Now here we are going to discuss as to what exactly each of them has, or what exactly each of them defines or states. Now, first of all, sovereign. Now, India is considered to be a country which is sovereign country. Now, what does it mean? Sovereign means a state or a country which is not ruled by a foreign country. It has its own head. Now we have in India our own head, who is the President of India, and he is considered to be the head of the country. Now on that basis, our country has our own law, own rules and regulations. That makes our country as an independent state which is not ruled by any foreign country. The second one is about socialistic. Socialistic means considering everyone equal into the eyes of law, the people who are in the society or the citizens of India. It does not only consider the people who are the citizen of India. It indirectly also includes those people who come from outside to India for any purpose. They are also to be given equal rights and opportunity and equality according to the law and order. And it also states about giving employment opportunities, giving freedom and rights that are been there given in the constitution or written in the constitution. So that is the meaning of socialistic. The next is about secularistic. Now what is the meaning of secularistic? Now secularistic means it is related to religion. Now secularism means a country which does not have its own or a particular religion. It is not defined a country to be having one kind of religion, or having significance or giving importance to one religion, because India is a diversified country which has various different diversity of people living here with various different religious background. So nobody can discriminate anyone. According to the system of secularism, it states that nobody can be discriminated on anything, for anything which is his right, which is his benefit given by the law according to his religion. If a person belonging from a particular background of religion, and if he is prohibited for any job or any kind of activities that is being given by the government or allowed by the government, then the person who is doing it is punishable under the law. So that is the meaning of secularism. Now the next is republic. India is a republic country. Now republic means a country which is generated or which is built up by the people of India, and it has a separate law body or a separate system of body rules which is not made by the foreign, but it has its own drafted rules and regulations. The next is about the democratic. India is a democratic country. Now what does democratic means? Democratic means a country which is ruled by the people. Ruled by the people in the sense indirectly states that the person who attains a particular age according to the law of Indian system, he gets a right to vote, and when he gets a right to vote, he can vote his own person according to his liking and help in constructing a government. And this is the system where when in a country where people vote and they choose their own government, that form of government is known as the democratic system, and that exists in our country. So these are some of the important things that are stated in the preamble, which defines the exact defines about the country or the country of India, exactly what it is and how it is and on what fundamental basis or what platform the Constitution of India is been made. Now in the next topic that we are going to learn is about few important things that are main objectives, that is regarded as the main objectives or the aims for which the Constitution was made. Now it is said that the Constitution is made to provide justice, to see that fraternity, the concept of fraternity is maintained, equality is given to everyone, equal opportunities or equality is given to everyone, and also justice is provided so that discrimination on any ground or on any basis is not found to be seen in the city, among the citizens, or the law or order that is there has been equally subdivided among the all people of India, regardless of any discrimination. Now, what does justice mean? Now, justice indicates that a person who is grieved by any problem, or he is in any problem in regarding to any act, unwanted act or unlawful act that is done against him, can approach to the court of law, regardless of any kind of religion. A person belonging from a particular religion, it is not that he is prohibited to go and approach the court or a police station or any judicial system. So it indicates that everyone should get justice and everyone has the opportunity or right to approach towards the court of law. The next is about the equality. Equality here states that in any circumstances or in any system, no one should be discriminated on the basis of their color, creed, gender, religion, caste, and etc. And whoever discriminates any person is punishable under the law, and those act which is unlawful is taken into purview, and according to that action is taken if the system of equality or the practice of equality is not mentioned. It is not only that people should do it, even the government has the same responsibility and the same duty to perform it or to see it. The next is about the fraternity. Now what does this word fraternity means? Now fraternity means a sense of unity, a sense of brotherhood, a sense of togetherness that is that combines everyone into one single bundle. Here also it explains in a such way that everyone, as India has various different diversity of people or various different type of people living together in one community or one nation as a whole, it is requested by everyone or the government or the maker of the Constitution that there should be unity, there should be togetherness, closeness should be maintained among each other, so that the other part of the world or the outer world cannot take advantage of our own country and try to break it or try to destroy our country in any sense. So unity and brotherhood should be always maintained. That explains as a main objective of the Constitution of India. The next is about various very important topic, which is about the fundamental rights. Now this has to be understood in a better way or a proper way, because it holds a very important thing that is given by the Constitution to each and every citizen, regardless of any kind of discrimination on the basis of caste, color, creed, or gender, or religion, or any other thing. So nobody can be discriminated. This fundamental right is made for each and every citizen of India. Now, the main thing comes, what is fundamental rights? First of all, we should understand this. Then the other details of the fundamental rights can be explained. Now, fundamental rights, in a simple word, are those kind of special privileges or special kind of opportunities or benefits that are being given by the Constitution according to the law and order, according to the law, book of law, that is Constitution, that has to be practiced or that has to be inherited by us as our own rights. That we have these rights that we are given by the law, and nobody can take those rights on any circumstances until and unless an unlawful act is there done by him. So any lawful act which discriminates a person from practicing its fundamental rights, the person who does it or creates a problem in regarding to disturbing the fundamental right of an individual, that person is punishable under the law in a particular different ways as prescribed by the Constitution of India, the law book of India, the law system of India. Now here, fundamental rights are subdivided into various important groups. Now, here it is stated that there are various important fundamental rights that are there that are practiced. Now, first of all, let us go through one by one. Now, first of all, it is the right to equality. Now, as I have already discussed 2-3 times as to what exactly does it mean, right to equality. That is, nobody can be discriminated on any of the grounds or any of the reasons for practicing or to having any kind of benefits that is given by the law. And on that basis, each and every individual should be regarded equal or seen equal into the eyes of law. The next is about the right to freedom. There is various important freedoms that are been given. The important freedoms that are been given to the Indian citizen. Now, what are those? Now, freedom to settle anywhere in the country. A person, if he wants to settle in any other states, according to his requirement or according to his financial status, can go and settle down. There is no restriction as such. Now, freedom of speech and expression. What does it mean, freedom of speech? It is not. It also has certain restriction. Now, freedom of speech and expression states that you can speak out anything. You can express yourself anything against the government or against the law system or anyone. But it should be lawful. It should be without any kind of unlawful act that is prohibited by the law system of our country. Now, freedom to take up any occupation means any kind of business or any kind of practice in regarding to our livelihood that brings bread or that gives an earning can be done by the people of India. Now, freedom to move anywhere in the country, like it is stated that a person who moves from one part of the country to the another part of the country, he needs visa or a passport. But for moving within the state or a country, it is not prohibited unless and until there is certain emergency or a situation which is proclaimed to be an emergency by the head of the country. Now, which is there in present times. Recently, it was due to this virus attack that we have come across. Now, various lockdowns were done where people were not allowed to move from one place to another. So, these are the emergency situation. In this emergency situation, it can be prohibited. But on the other hand, in normal circumstances, nobody is prohibited from moving from one part of the countries within the country state to another state. Freedom to assemble without arms anywhere in the country. Now, what does it mean? Freedom to assemble. That is, we have seen a lot of slogans or dharnas that are being done where people make a group, sit down and they start shouting against something. Now, that is called slogans or sitting down and protesting against something. But this kind of protest should be done lawfully, that is without arms. If a person is sitting down and protesting with guns, with swords, that is unlawful. Against them, government can take action. But people sitting down peacefully and protesting, people cannot take any kind of actions until and unless it stands to be an emergency situation. Now, freedom to form associations. This is a very important thing where it states that person can form any kind of association or group. Like you have trade unions, no, rickshaw wala unions, then labor unions, then we have various different merchant unions, businessman union. That is group of people. They make their own group association registered under the government act, and according to that they only practice their businesses and trade and other things. So, and whatever problems they have, if suppose for example I am a businessman and I am registered under an association, that is business association, my name is registered there. If I am facing any problem in regarding to business activities and all those, I can go and approach them, tell them my problems to them, and they are responsible people. That association is responsible people who has to take care of my problems and see that my problem is resolved in regarding to business related activities. So because of this only, this important trade unions or groups are being, associations are being made. So we'll stop for today understanding the first few parts of our fundamental rights. We are going to continue with the other important fundamental rights that have been prescribed, that were given by the Constitution of India to us. And I hope that people are, or the students are taking your classes very seriously, and the notes that are being given to you, you are doing it on a proper time, and you are keeping yourself secured, healthy, and hygienically well, so that you are protecting yourself, not only yourself, but you are safeguarding your society too. Thank you very much. Have a good day.